If you are planning of buying and selling in this market, or maybe you're currently buying and selling in today's real estate market, it is so important to kind of be aware of what's happening with sellers' behavior, buyers' behavior, and how the interest rates are playing a role in how this market is moving. In today's video, we're going to go over the August 2023 real estate stats for El Paso County, Colorado, and we're going to speak to how we're seeing things change and really experiencing the correction of the real estate market here in Colorado Springs. So stay tuned. Hey, Laura Gallant here with Mountain Prairie Living, empowered by ERA Shields. I'm so glad you're here and you want to check out what's going on in the market. So we're going to start with some numbers, and then we're going to talk about behaviors that we've seen in relation to those numbers and what they mean to you. If you're watching from another area, I would love for you to comment below and tell me how your market's moving. Is it similar? Are you seeing a market correction? Love to have that in the comments. So let's start with total home sales in August of 2023. We had 2,420 listings. Now that's down from August of 2022 when we had 2,639 listings. But let's look at it in relation to pre-pandemic 2019 when we had 2,194 listings sold. So or for sale. So it's really interesting to see that even though pre-pandemic numbers were lower and we are lower than last year, we're having a little bit of a correction, right? But we're still higher than pre-pandemic. Now, here's part of what you need to understand. Of those 2,420 listings for sale, 950 of them had price reductions, anywhere from 2% to 5% price reductions. That's when we're beginning to see some of what a market correction is doing. Buyers are paying more for the home. Their interest rate is higher. They're definitely being more stringent on what they want, what they expect, even though the inventory is low. So the quality and condition of your home, the pricing matching that condition are really critical in today's market. Here's another sign of a market correction. 240 listings came back on the market in August of 2023. So about 10% of the home sales. That's quite a few coming back on the market. That's buyers saying, nope, based on the inspection or the appraisal coming in low or a variety of other reasons, it came back on the market. Maybe they didn't get their financing. Maybe the interest rate went too high. There's a variety of things that are happening there in this correcting market. Here's something else that we're seeing. 59 listings expired, meaning they didn't sell. 2 or 3 years ago, that was kind of not happening, right? Now we're beginning to see a normal market where certain listings do expire. Maybe the sales price was not in line with the condition of the home. Maybe it just needed a lot more work than the seller was willing to put in and the buyer was willing to accept. There were 67 listings that were withdrawn from the market in that last month. So that tells you a little bit about the frustration of buyers and sellers, right? So sellers are thinking their house is going to sell for a certain amount. The market's correcting. It's not happening. So they're withdrawing their listing, thinking, okay, it's not time to sell for me. I don't have to sell. I've got a 2 to 3% interest rate, maybe even 4%. I'm going to sit on it a little while and not make a move. So talk about a confusing market. We're still in a seller's market with inventory being about 2.5 months, but buyers having to pay more for their interest rate, they are definitely being a little bit pickier. So we still have buyers in the market. People are always going to need to buy and sell homes for a variety of reasons. Predominantly, we're seeing they need to right size their home, maybe for health issues, moving closer to family that have health issues, or movement for work purposes, PCS moves. And recently, I've had multiple people coming in from Texas because they are just, done with that heat, which is quite an interesting phenomenon for me because I didn't expect that many Texas people to be coming just simply to get out of the heat. Let's talk about total listings. It is down. In August of 2023, it was 1,407 new listings coming on the market compared to August of 2022 when there was a total of 1,801 new listings coming on the market. It's about 1,400 or so less listings coming on. Total under contract was 1,467 compared to August of 2022 when it was 2,039. So it's definitely down. The average days on market is shifting upward again. So in August of 2023, it was 29 days. And in July of 2023, it was 27 days. So we're moving upward again. But in August of 2022, it was 17 days on market, which was up 10. So we're up 10 days over last year, almost 2 weeks. So the inventory is rising. It's moved up to about 2.3 or so months of inventory. So what does that mean? What's happening? We have less listings coming on. We have more inventory sitting, beautiful homes. And it really is getting into that fact that we're seeing a market correction. It doesn't matter if you had an appraisal from a year ago. It doesn't matter. That's not the market we're in. You need to look at the closest 6 to 3 months or so to see what the buyers are willing to pay for a home that is similar to yours. If there is a larger home than yours in your pocket neighborhood and it's cheaper, they're probably going to take that. Why wouldn't you if you were a buyer? So it's really important to price for your condition of your home as well as what you're seeing on the market. So if you bought your house 5 years ago, and say you bought it for $300,000, and in the last, 3 years or 5 years, we've seen about a 40% value increase. So you've gone up several hundreds of thousands. Even if we shifted the market down because we're in a correcting market and you went down 5%, you're still way ahead of the curve. If you get 35% appreciation over that 5-year period, that's 7% appreciation year over year for the 5 years you've been in there. That's still a great appreciation when you go to sell. Now, it's not going to be what you might have gotten last year, but it's certainly a good appreciation rate when the average appreciation rate in Colorado Springs is 5.9% over the last 20 years. What's happening? Why do we have less listings? Why do we have more houses sitting? Why is inventory beginning to build up? Why are the days on market taking longer? So there's a lot of things going on. We've got some volatility in the interest rate market, right? Buyers are kind of evaluating, like, is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? Are they buying their rate down? So sellers are offering rate buy downs and concessions. We're definitely seeing some concessions in offers quite a bit to make sure that we can get both buyer and seller to the table. We're seeing requests for price reductions based on inspections or maybe appraisals that came in short. So there's a variety of things going on in this market. But what's really important is that you want to make sure your house is ready for the market, and that might take some time. So if you are planning to list your home, take the time to go through the house and really fix the little things. Make sure that the home shows really well, best you can within your resources, because sometimes we just don't have the resources to do all those things, and do your best. But if you can't do them all, then I really suggest that you take a look at your pricing. The pricing is going to be really important for you to get under contract faster if time is of the essence for you in your move situation. So here's some feedback I get from buyers in the most recent month or two. I help buyers and I help sellers. So things that bother them, things that are irritating to them, some things you can't change, some things you can. If the house is dirty at all, they don't like it. If the carpet is not in great condition, they don't like it unless there's a price reduction or some sort of concession for it. If you can, replace the carpets. It's always going to help you. Traffic noise, if it's too loud, can't do anything about that. Truly, that's just location, but price for location. Backyard's too small. They'll also tell me the house is outdated. It needs too much work. So you want to price for that. Outdated appliances, either replace them or price for that. Tiled countertops, they're wanting the solid surfaces, the granites or the stone countertops. The yard work, so if it's like overgrown and there's a lot of yard work that needs to happen, or maybe you haven't watered your plants in a while and everything's dead, that means they have to replace all of that. Multiple types of flooring throughout the house. Maybe you can do that, maybe you can't, but price for that. Exterior, interior paint, both of those. I get comments on both of those. They don't like the exterior, they don't like the interior paint. Sometimes you can change that, sometimes you can't. But those are things where you want to keep those in mind when you're pricing your house. Carpet is bad, a replacement. House is unkept, or they assume that if your house is unkept, they assume that your mechanicals or any of the appliances in the home, they're not well kept either. So they're likely going to have to replace those. Those are all things that they're putting in their mind about what kind of offer they want to make on your home. So really listen to the feedback you're getting on showings. If any of the feedback is there and it's something you can do, great, make that change. If you can't do it, then price for condition. So you want to make sure that you're finding that balance between the condition of your home and the price that you're pricing in the current market that we're in. So let's talk about year-to-date sales, year over year. So currently we have 8,395 total listings sold in 2023. That's down 24.3% from 2022 when we had 11,083 listings sold by the end of August. So pre-pandemic, August 2019, year-to-date sales was 10,785. So we are still below pre-pandemic, which is kind of speaking to what we've been seeing in the market, what I've already explained. So the average year-to-date sales price, that's from January to end of August, is down 1% year over year. It's currently $535,764. And it's down from $541,372 from January to August 2022. So we're definitely seeing a correction, right? We're speaking to the market correction. The average home price in August of 2023 was $553,954, and that is up from July when it was $540,443. And in August of 2022, it was $530,547. So in August of pre-pandemic, here's what I want you to really focus in on. So we're in the 550s, right? 500 somethings. In pre-pandemic, August of 2019, the average home price was $371,552. That's a huge jump. So even if we made a market correction and the 3 years, or 4 years adjustment, you still have a huge amount of appreciation in your property if you had bought on or before 2019. You're sitting on some great appreciation. So the median house price in August of 2023 is pretty flat from year over year. It was $480,000 and it was about $480,000 in August of 2022. It's been fluctuating up and down, but we'll just call it flat for the median home price for Colorado Springs. Check this out. Pre-pandemic, median house price in August of 2022 was $331,000. That's $150,000 in a 3-year period. 4-year period, 4-year period. That's crazy. That's a lot of equity build very fast. In fact, it's 45.5% equity build. That's a lot. So we're certainly experiencing a market correction, and this may take some time to get through. Perspective is important. It's really important to understand in the shifting market with some of the dynamics of the interest rates that are affecting buyers' behavior, with inventory sitting because sellers are maybe unreasonable with their price, or they're not able to update the condition of the home to bring it in line with the correct price. So there's a variety of things going on, but a good majority of sellers are saying, not yet. I'm sitting on a good interest rate. I don't want to go into a higher interest rate and buy something. I have less buying power, so I might end up in a smaller house. Now that might be what somebody needs to do, but we're not seeing a lot of inventory coming to the market. When you sit down with a real estate professional, whether you're a buyer or a seller, really pay attention to the numbers. Listen to what advice they offer you. We do this for a living. We study it. We like to look at the numbers, and we want to share that with you, but that's what you're paying us for, is to be that resource. So I hope this information is of value to you. If you are buying or selling out there, if you'd like to buy or sell out there, feel free to reach out to me. Let's talk real estate. I'd be happy to do that. But it's so important to really understand the big picture in today's market. It is a shifting, correcting market. But if you look at the big picture, when did you buy? What did you pay for it? What could you sell it for now? What's the difference, and how much appreciation have you really had? Now, mind you, if you cash out refied or you did multiple refinances, you've already cashed into that equity. So you've already spent it if you've already utilized that. But if you look at that big picture, that's a pretty great investment over the last few years. That's not a normal market, though. We call those the unicorn years, meaning they were just odd and strange. We had a pandemic. We had a lot of variety of things that blew into that. But understanding the big picture, look at what you bought it for, what you can sell it for now, and look at that number and be realistic with yourself. Price for condition, do what you can. Not everybody can fix up a house and remodel it, obviously, but sell it at the price that makes sense so that you can get under contract and move into the next space that you want to make this move for in the first place. If you are a buyer, be reasonable and understand that not every seller can do that. So make the offer that makes sense for you. And if it didn't work, then move on to the next one. There are plenty of homes out there for sale. Even though it is a lower inventory, there's some beautiful homes out there. But on a final note, I will say to you, the cream puffs, what are those in this market? They are great conditioned homes, priced appropriately. Those are still going off fast, and they may have multiple offers, maybe 2 or 3 offers. So that's still happening when the home is conditioned well or priced for condition. So I hope this information was helpful to you. If it was, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next video.